humble employee took her baby to work. What the millionaire did next left everyone in tears. It was a cold, rainy Monday morning when Maria stood outside the gleaming glass building of Bright Star Industries, clutching her baby daughter in one arm and a tattered umbrella in the other. Her clothes were damp, her eyes swollen from sleepless nights, and her heart heavy with fear. She had just started working as a cleaner a week ago, and today, she had no one to leave her baby with. Her neighbor, who usually helped, had fallen ill, and Maria couldn't afford to miss another day. The manager had warned her, one more absence, and she would lose her job. With trembling hands and silent prayers, Maria tightened her hold on her baby, wrapped her in a thin pink blanket, and stepped into the lobby, hoping no one would notice. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and humanity, then please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. English Story. Your support helps us share more heart-touching stories that remind the world that goodness still exists. Maria worked quietly, moving her mop across the marble floor, trying to keep her baby hidden in a corner where she could sleep peacefully. But the office was bustling that morning. It was the day of a massive investor meeting. The CEO himself, Mr. Jonathan Blake, was present. He was known for his perfectionism, his sharp mind, and his intolerance for mistakes. The last thing Maria wanted was for him to notice her child. Yet fate had other plans. As Maria reached the top floor to clean the glass panels, her baby began to cry. The sound echoed softly through the hallways, fragile, innocent, impossible to ignore. Maria froze. Her heart raced. She knew what was coming. She rushed to hush her baby, whispering softly, tears forming in her eyes. But before she could hide, a deep, commanding voice called out from behind her. It was Mr. Blake. He was tall, impeccably dressed in a dark navy suit, his expression unreadable. Everyone in the corridor stopped, their eyes darting between him and Maria. Time seemed to slow. Maria turned around, her baby still crying softly, and lowered her head in fear. She tried to explain that she had no choice, that she couldn't afford to lose her job, that her baby was all she had. Her words broke apart in the air, trembling with desperation. But instead of the scolding she expected, there was silence. Mr. Blake just stood there watching. Something in the young mother's eyes, the exhaustion, the love, the raw honesty, struck something deep inside him. Later that day, while the boardroom filled with high-profile investors and tension, Maria was quietly cleaning the corners of the room, her baby asleep in a basket she had made from an old laundry bag. The meeting began, numbers were discussed, millions were negotiated, and then suddenly, the baby stirred and began to cry again. Heads turned. Awkward silence filled the air. Maria rushed in, apologizing profusely, in his arms, and smiled. The room froze in disbelief. The powerful CEO, known for his unyielding demeanor, now held a baby, rocking her softly while continuing the meeting. The investors smiled. The atmosphere changed completely. The tension disappeared, replaced by warmth and laughter. In that moment, the deal, a $200 million contract, was sealed not with numbers, but with humanity. When the meeting ended, Mr. Blake asked Maria to stay. He spoke to her kindly, asked about her life, her struggles, her dreams. Maria, nervous but sincere, told him everything, how her husband had passed away, how she was raising her baby alone, and how she worked multiple jobs just to survive. That night, when Maria returned home, she found an envelope in her cleaning cart. Inside was a letter signed by Mr. Blake himself. It offered her a new position, a full-time caretaker in the company daycare, with a steady income, benefits, and the assurance that her baby would always be welcome there. Her eyes filled with tears. She sank to her knees, clutching the letter to her chest, whispering prayers of gratitude. For the first time in years, she felt seen, valued, and safe. The next morning, When she arrived at work, the entire staff greeted her with smiles. Mr. Blake nodded at her from his office window, a quiet acknowledgement that kindness, not authority, was what truly made a person powerful. Over time, Maria became a symbol in the company, a reminder that empathy can transform lives. Her story spread among the employees, inspiring everyone to treat each other with compassion. Even the investors who had attended that meeting spoke about the day humanity entered the boardroom. Months later, Maria's daughter, now healthy and growing fast, would often be seen playing in the office daycare, laughing, bright-eyed, full of life. And every time Mr. Blake passed by, she would run to him, calling him Uncle John. He would laugh, remembering that fateful day that changed more than just a business deal. It changed hearts.